Hi, you're watching TV International. I'm Maryam Namazie, and we're reporting live from the WPI's press center. We want to tell you about international protests that are taking place on June 26th, Friday. It's a day that various international labor organizations had before the revolutionary movement started in Iran and took a life of its own. They had organized protests from 12 to 2 in front of Iranian embassies and consulates across the world in support of labor activists and organizers in Iran who have been imprisoned, tortured, and harassed. We're calling on people everywhere to support these protests and come out with banners in defense of the people's struggle in Iran and against the entirety of the Islamic regime in Iran, particularly given the fact that Neda, one of the fallen of the demonstrators, out of nearly 200 people who've been killed during the 10 days of protests in Iran, to bring pictures of her, to bring flowers commemorating her, and to write everywhere that don't forget Neda and we want freedom for Iran. I'm here with Bahram, Soroush, and Fariborz, Pooya. I'd like to ask you what people can do to show their solidarity with people in Iran.
The anger and frustration everywhere is immense. People are reacting because they've seen the scenes of atrocity committed by the Islamic regime and its military forces, the besieging on the streets of Tehran, and everybody is clearly expressing solidarity with people of Iran. Everywhere, from Germany, France, England, United States, Australia, Canada, Japan, everywhere we know from the news that we receive, everybody's expressing the solidarity and support. They want to know what they can do, what further they can do. I mean, there are a number of things. People need to write to their own governments to say that the Islamic regime embassies should be shut down. I mean, this is the embassy of the gangs of mafia, and Islamic mafia, which is taking root in Iran, and they need to be shut down. Diplomatic relations should be closed down. But specifically, for the next few days, people need to organize for the 26th of March. Everybody has to 26th of June. On that day, on this coming Friday. A moment, if you can't get to demonstration for various reasons, at your workplace, wherever you are, stand for a moment of silence in support and solidarity with people of Iran and the March of Freedom, effectively, to commemorate Neda and those people who have fallen, as well as, if you can, take part in demonstrations and support us. Watch the blog of WPI, Worker-Communist Party of Iran. You get the key updates of everywhere, all the embassies, all the protests across the world. That's what.
Bahram, Soroush, what are the protests in Iran? Obviously, they're important, and people want to support the people of Iran. But obviously, what happens there will have repercussions across the world, because Iran, the Islamic regime in Iran, is a pillar of the political Islamic movement. What implications does this have internationally, and why should people be concerned about what's happening there?
Yeah, I think a lot, because it has direct relevance to people around the world. For years, people have been witnessing the rise of religion, the rise of political Islam around the world, Islamic terrorism, and not only in the Middle East, but even the heartlands of Europe and America. People are sick and tired of this reactionary movement. And if anybody was waiting for a chance to break the back of political Islam, they should be not only following, but directly helping that movement to succeed in Iran. What people in Iran are accomplishing in a few days is what people have been waiting for years. Secularists, humanists, maybe for decades, maybe they have been waiting to have such an impact in the world. And this is being done. The practical critique of religion is being done in Iran, of religious government. And it is being done on a social scale in a radical way, and it's going not only to transform the Middle East, it's going to have far-reaching effects around the globe. The number of mosques will go down, the number of imams, the women's
Sharia courts
will be gone. The situation of women around the world, not only in the Middle East, around the world, will be gone. This cultural relativism, multiculturalism, rubbish that has been peddled for so many years, those are being challenged on the streets of Tehran now by the youth, by the women. And don't forget, the women have a very prominent presence in the demonstrations. You can see it in the clips, you can see it by the demands. And this shows a tremendous powerful, forceful liberation is challenging a very reactionary government. So that is why people have already shown how much there's outpouring of sympathy and support for the developments in Iran. People are following it, and I think it is important that translates itself into material, practical actions. And coming out on the 26th of June, on Friday, together with the labor movement around the world, is not only about the workers, it's now in support of the revolution in Iran, in support of the people in Iran. It affects everyone. Trade unionists, affects secularists, human rights activists, women's rights activists. I think everybody should be there. And not only on that day, this should continue, and so that it links up with what's going on the streets of Tehran.
Well, you've heard it from us. June 26th is an important day. Be there. It's important to show your support and your solidarity. The people of Iran need to see you on the streets and need to hear your voices in their defense. It's like a racial apartheid in South Africa. The international support against apartheid in South Africa had a huge impact on getting rid of one of the crimes of that century. Sexual apartheid is a crime in the 21st century. Together we can help get rid of this horror and the terror on the lives of so many people, not just in Iran and the Middle East, but across the globe. We will, and this revolution will bring Iran back into the 21st century, and it would help to change the world and humanity's lot for the better. Your support is crucial, so do join us that day. Thank you.